Hello friends. Today we're going to be doing a full face of my current favorite makeup, and we are just going to play along and see what we kind of get into here, and I will share with you everything that I've currently been loving. I'm desperately trying to get this pimple patch to stick because I don't know what happened right here. But I see other people put pimple patches on and then do their makeup over top of them. So I guess that's one thing I'll share that I've been loving are these Mighty Patch pimple patches. I know that that's not new. Everybody else has already been on the ball with them, but I never tried them really until now. Let's get into eyes. The two products that I've been using consistently are the Smoky palette from Profusion and my Finger Foils by Hank and Henry. I absolutely love these. I know I still really do have the hope to do a dedicated video on these and really playing with them, but today we're going to go in. I'm just going to do a little eye look with Kiss My Retro, and since I've used these so many times, I'm just going to speed through this so you can just watch it as I go. I'm going to do just a little bit of a base with this palette and then pop this on the center of the eyelid. The eyeshadow. I swear it's so quick and simple, and these shadows are so powerful. Like, they really make you look like you put a lot of effort into your makeup. And the Profusion palette, just that smoky one, has all the right colors. So before we get into mascara, I'm going to go in with my favorite current toner, the Bioma Milky Hydrating Toner. I love this under makeup, and I use it as part of my nighttime skincare routine. So that way we can let that be soaking in while we do the mascara. I don't think this patch is going to stay on. I think I'm just, go back. I think I'm too sweaty. Well, there went that. Okay, apparently I'm just not the girl who can wear pimple patches with makeup. Okay, so I do want to curl my lashes. My current favorite mascara is actually a combo. Both are drugstore, which is nice, but it is a primer and a mascara together. I have been loving the Lash Princess primer, which is not the one in the white bottle with the peachy cap, but the actual Lash Princess line. And in combination with the Maybelline, the Colossal Curl Bounce Mascara, it's been my favorite combo. I was stuck for a while on the Bad Gal Bang Mascara from Benefit. But honestly, this is kind of what I've been rolling with ever since I discovered it. This is why it's beneficial to play around with your makeup if you're someone who has a lot and you like to play. Because sometimes you'll find really good combinations that you may have otherwise never known about. Sometimes you just got to take a risk and do something a little different. Because the good news is, it's only makeup. It is going to wash off at the end of the day. All right, let that dry just a little bit. I got that in my eyeball. Ow. So this is the one I was talking about, the actual Lash Princess primer. While waiting on that, I'm also going to put on some of the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer Plush Plump Primer. Let that continue to soak in while we move along here. I really love this in combination with the LA Girl Primer Spray. I'll spray my face with this, and then while it's a little bit damp, I'll go in with this primer. I really do like it, if you can tell. Okay, so now let's go in with the mascara. I do kind of like wipe my brush off a little bit, if you can see that. And I like the curl to this mascara wand. Let me see. There it is. And we just put it on. I feel like this combination gives me a little bit of curl, a little bit of length, and actually holds while not giving me really like spider lashes. I'm not a big fan of the spider lashes. Some people are. That's totally fine. That's totally your preference. But for me, I really prefer length and curl. And so I really have been enjoying this combination. When that dries a little bit, I will go in with one more coat of the mascara. Then for sunscreen, this is the one I've been using, the Dear Cloud Tone Blur Essence Sunscreen for Face and Body, SPF 50. If I hadn't gone in with the CoverGirl primer, I would have been adding this to the sunscreen, the Essence Magic Filter Glow Booster. It just gives the skin a little something extra, but I feel like we've got enough hydration going on at the moment. Okay, so while that is also drying down, I'm actually going to go ahead and do my lip. I have absolutely been loving these. I have one in my purse that is a more like muted mauve tone. And then in my vanity here, I have these two reds. These are the CoverGirl Outlast lip stains. These are fantastic. Let's see. I think I might go with the dark red today. I'm looking at my shirt and I'm like, ooh, a red would look pretty with this. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the dark red. I love these. I literally could have them in every single color. I think they're fantastic. You really need to be precise and a little bit fast because it starts to dry down. So I really like the applicator of this because it's easy to use it as not only your lip product but also your lip liner. This one I just used is in the shade Crimson Glory. I also have this shade in Atomic Love. And then I have the shade Canyon in my purse. I love these. I actually think I'm trying to watch CVS for a sale because I want to purchase another one of these in a different color as well as another Skin Enhancer Plush Plump Primer. And a lot of times they'll have like a buy two, get five or spend this, get whatever. And so I'm watching the sales at CVS because that is something that I want to purchase more of because I love them. I love putting one in my purse, pop it on, and it's there. It's there. And I mean, it doesn't last completely during eating and drinking, but as far as just general wear throughout the day, it does a fabulous job. We're kind of going more natural today, so I'm going to take just a little bit of a thicker foundation. This is the Maybelline Lumi Matte, and I'm going to use that to kind of spot conceal right here, and then we're going to go in with the rest of our products. For concealer, we are doing a little bit of a lighter look today, so I'm going in with the Revolution Skin Silk Under Eye Brightening and Concealer, Brightener and Concealer. I love this stuff. If you just seen my Ulta haul on my TikTok, I just picked up another one because they all looked messy and almost like maybe they weren't going to restock them. I don't know. I got nervous. I seen my shade and I grabbed it. I really do go in with this kind of heavy-handed. One of the problem areas that I have is my nose, and I find that this does really, really well on my nose. Whoop, almost went in my nose right there. And then this is also something that I've been loving for brushes from Morphe. This is the Morphe M131 concealer brush. It's one of these smaller dual fiber brushes. I love it. I love it so much that I bought a second one to have in my makeup kit. Now we just blendy, blendy, blendy. Let me blend. I'll be back. There is still a little bit of purple under my eyes, so what I'm going to do is kind of let that dry down, and then I'll go in with just a little bit more, or I'll go in with a little bit of what we're going to use next to kind of give a little more coverage, which is the Maybelline Lifter Sticks. This is in the shade 05. If you, again, are on my TikTok, I'm trying to do more short form content over there. This is one of my top 3 favorite drugstore foundations, and I realize foundation is a bit of a stretch, but it's, you know, that's the category that I would put this in, even though I don't know if you call it more of a skin tint, a foundation stick. I don't know what your definition would be, but as far as favorite drugstore face products, I don't know. This has been one of my favorite, and I love taking the BK Beauty 101 brush and just kind of stippling this in all over. Like, we don't want to drag. I really am just patting it all in. Yeah, the shine's definitely coming through. All right, so that, we don't want to powder just yet, so let's go ahead and go into blush. Absolutely been loving this blush, the Cheek Blush Rush from About Face. This one is in the Dust. It is a beautiful mauve shade. I don't know why, but doing that just now hurt the top of my teeth. Like, my teeth are aching. I'm going to try to really keep it on my cheeks today, too. Like, a lot of times I'll bring the blush back. I want to focus more on, like, the chubby cherub cheeks. Oh, I love it. I'm going to build it up just a little. Such a pretty blush. I really like this shade too. Like, I don't have any other shade like this in my collection as far as like a liquid or a cream blush. Bronzer going in with the number 7 Pro Artist Soft Glam Cream Bronzer. I seen Tati talking about this. I picked it up and I've been obsessed with it ever since. I also love like how wide this is, that you can actually get your brush down in here. Like, there's not an issue trying to pinch your brush to shove it down into it or anything like that. So I like to place it with my Morphe M243 Cream and Liquid Contour Brush. And then I'll just go back in with my sponge and tap it all in. I love the glow that this gives. I knew when I first purchased it and started using it, I was like, that is going to be my go-to summer and spring bronzer. Because it just, oh, the glow. The glow is fantastic. So pretty. You do want to keep this little lid bobby though that comes with it so it doesn't like dry out on you. But this will last you a long time. This was like $13 or $14 on Amazon and it's ginormous. Okay, so now let's go ahead and powder. This is probably no surprise whatsoever if you watch my channel. My current favorite powder is the About Face, the Curtain Call Set and Smooth Loose powder. This is in the shade Bow. I also like this powder because it does add a little bit of coverage, especially for the under eyes. Like, look. See how it's reduced that purple compared to this side? So I like to take a sponge and set the center of my face, or a puff. This is the Morphe pointy puff, whatever it's called. Then I'll go in with a brush and kind of just lightly go over everything else, because I'm also going to go in and set with powder products. All right, we're in the home stretch. So for powder, I have been setting my face with this, the Curve Case Pressed Curve Case from Made by Mitchell. And what I love is that this In the Dust blush, I couldn't find a good like mauve powder to set it with, and I actually found it in this case. This is the shade Natural. Another brush I have been loving from Morphe. This line from Morphe is excellent. The M202 blush brush. So I get some of that. Nope, that is not the shade I wanted. Oops, I accidentally dipped into strawberry cream. It's Natural. And then you just literally tap. No sweeping, no dragging. And then same for bronzer. I'm using this palette. Today I want this one that has a little bit of shimmer. So I'm kind of bopping between Cream Carve and Hollow there. So I'm going to take this fluffy brush and kind of swirl in both. One more time, kind of dippy dip. Run this down my neck. And then for brows, again, probably not a shock. I've been using the Maybelline Super Fluff Brow Mousse. This is in the shade Blonde. Really, this is probably all I've been using. Sometimes when I want to do a more defined look, I'll use a brow pencil. But for the most part, I pretty much just run this through my brows and call it good. Okay, I'm going to go in one more layer. I want to see if I can darken it up a little bit. And then let's go ahead and spray my favorite spray, the L'Oreal Pro Perfect Oil Control. Already have a backup. While my face is a little damp, I'm going to go in with my highlighter, the L'Oreal Lumi Lait Glass. And then while the face is drying, I'm going to take just a little bit of this, one of these brown shades from the Profusion palette. I'm going to run that on my lower lash line. And then just a little bit of mascara. One more coat for the top. Oh, we'll let that dry and clean it up. Then I'm going to take this powder from Morphe, the Cloud Light Soft Veil Glow Powder. This is Dawn. It's a vanilla with balancing pink. I'm going to take this super fluffy brush. This is from Hank & Henry. And I'm just going to dab that all over. Okay, so do you see? Here's this side without, this side with. I don't know what it does. Like, I can't put it into words, but I know that I like it. I know I like it. And for me, that is good enough. All right, friends, and here is the finished face of all of my current favorite products. I just remembered there is still mascara on my eye. I love it. I think it looks super cute, super glowy, good for spring. It feels lightweight, but also looks very put together, which is pretty much the gist of what I'm going for here. So let me know, what are your current favorite makeup products? Is anything really like, this is what I must use every day, this is a go-to in my routine? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I really hope you will like and subscribe. Make sure that you have all your notifications on, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.